The pregnancy announcement was supposed to be the happiest moment of our lives. Instead, it became the moment I realized I'd been living with a stranger. My name is Daniel, I'm 42 years old, and I'm a high school math teacher. This is the story of how my wife's pregnancy revealed a secret that destroyed not just our marriage, but my entire sense of reality. I need you to understand something first. My wife Rachel and I had been trying to get pregnant for 8 years. 8 years of fertility treatments, specialists, disappointments, hope, and despair. We'd spent over $60,000 on IVF, 3 failed rounds, each one breaking us a little more.
After the third failure, we decided to stop.
To accept that biological children weren't in our future. We talked about adoption, about fostering, about maybe just being the cool aunt and uncle to our friends' kids. It hurt, but we were making peace with it. Then, 6 months after we stopped trying, Rachel came home with a positive pregnancy test. I was at the kitchen table grading papers when she walked in, tears streaming down her face, holding that little plastic stick.
"Daniel," she whispered, "I'm pregnant."
I stared at her. Then at the test. And then back at her. "Are you sure? Is it accurate?"
She nodded, laughing and crying at the same time. "I took 3. All positive. We did it."
After everything, it finally happened. I should have been ecstatic. Should have swept her into my arms, cried with joy, called our families. This was the miracle we'd been praying for. But something stopped me. Some instinct I couldn't name.
"How far along?" I asked.
"I don't know yet. I have an appointment with Dr. Chen next week to confirm everything."
Dr. Chen, our fertility specialist, the woman who'd guided us through 3 failed IVF rounds and gently suggested we consider other options.
"That's great," I said, forcing a smile. "This is amazing news." "When was the last time?" I tried to remember. 2 months ago? 3? Rachel was talking about names, about turning the spare bedroom into a nursery, about finally getting to be parents. I nodded along, made appropriate responses, but that nagging doubt wouldn't leave. She came out 45 minutes later, got in her car, but instead of driving home, she drove to a coffee shop. Parked, sat there for 20 minutes just staring at her phone. Then she drove home, where I was waiting, having raced back ahead of her.
"How'd it go?" I asked when she walked in.
"Perfect," she said, smiling. 8 weeks along, due in January, everything looks healthy. 8 weeks. 2 months. I thought back. 2 months ago, I'd been at a teacher's conference in Chicago, gone for 5 days. Rachel had been home alone. "That's wonderful," I said. "Did Dr. Chen say anything else?" "Just standard stuff. Prenatal vitamins, what to eat, what to avoid. You know." I nodded. "Can I see the ultrasound picture?"
"Oh, they didn't do one today. Too early. She'll do one at 12 weeks.
"But she confirmed the pregnancy?" "Yes, Daniel. Blood test, examination, the whole thing. I'm definitely pregnant." Over the next few weeks, I watched Rachel carefully. She was glowing, excited, planning, downloaded pregnancy apps, read baby books, started looking at cribs online. She seemed genuinely happy.
But small things didn't add up. She'd come home from doctor appointments with no paperwork. Said Dr. Chen wanted to see her every 2 weeks, which seemed excessive for a normal pregnancy. Was constantly on her phone, texting someone, smiling at the screen. I did something I'm not proud of. I checked our phone bill. Found a number she'd been texting constantly. Hundreds of messages over the past 3 months. I called it from my classroom during my planning period. A man answered. "Hello?" "Hi, I'm trying to reach someone," I said. "Is this the right number for Rachel Morrison's doctor's office?" Pause. "Who is this?" "This is her husband. She's been in for some appointments, and I wanted to clarify something about her prescriptions." Longer pause. "I think you have the wrong number. This is the number my wife has been texting. Are you her doctor?" "Look, man, I don't know what's going on, but you should talk to your wife." He hung up. I sat there, in my empty classroom, staring at my phone. That voice. Young. Nervous. Definitely not a doctor. That evening,
I told Rachel I had exciting news. I'd called my mother, told her about the pregnancy, and she was so thrilled she wanted to throw us a party this weekend. Just close family and friends to celebrate the miracle baby. Rachel's face went pale. This weekend? That's so soon. Mom's excited. She's already planning it. She wants to see the ultrasound pictures, hear all about the pregnancy.
I don't have any pictures yet, remember? Not until 12 weeks. That's okay. You can just tell everyone about your appointments, how things are going, what Dr. Chen said. I don't know if I'm ready for a party yet. What if something goes wrong? Nothing's going to go wrong, I said, watching her carefully. Unless there's something you're not telling me? Of course not. It's early. I don't want to jinx it. So there really is a baby? She looked at me, confused. What kind of question is that? Just confirm it for me. You're actually pregnant. Yes, Daniel. I showed you the test. I've been to the doctor. Why are you being weird about this? I'm not being weird. I'm just excited. And I want to celebrate. Is that wrong? She backed down, agreed to the party. Spent the next few days anxious, snapping at me, constantly on her phone. Rachel looked like she might vomit. Not from morning sickness. Everyone wanted to hear the story, how we found out, what the doctor said, when we were due. Rachel told the story haltingly, inconsistently, said she was due in January, then February, then corrected back to January. Said she was 8 weeks, then 9. Couldn't remember simple details about her appointments. My mother, bless her, picked up on it, pulled me aside in the kitchen. Daniel, is everything okay? Rachel seems off. Just nervous, I think. It's early in the pregnancy. Has she been to the doctor? Really been? Because she seems very vague about details. That's what I've been thinking too. My mother looked at me, her face serious. You need to know the truth before this goes any further. After the party, I told Rachel we needed to talk. Really talk. About what? She asked, defensive. About whether you're actually pregnant. She went very still. What are you talking about? I think you know. The inconsistencies. The vague answers. The phone number you've been texting that belongs to some guy, not a doctor. You checked my phone? I checked our phone bill. Public record. Who is he, Rachel? She was quiet for a long time. Then quietly. His name is Jason. And who is Jason? Someone I met at the gym. We've been talking. Talking. That's what we're calling it? Nothing physical happened. I swear. We just talked. He made me feel wanted. After years of feeling broken because I couldn't get pregnant, he made me feel normal. And the pregnancy? She started crying. I'm not pregnant. I never was. The test was fake. I bought it online. You can buy positive pregnancy tests online. Did you know that? Women sell them. Usually for pranks. The room spun. Why would you do that? Because I thought if I said I was pregnant, you'd be happy again. We'd be happy again. Like we used to be before all the treatments and disappointments. I thought I could fake it for a while, then say I had a miscarriage, and we'd grieve together, and it would bring us closer. You were going to fake a miscarriage. I didn't think it through. I panicked when you wanted to throw a party. I didn't know how to stop it. And Jason? Where does he fit in? He doesn't. He's just someone I talk to. Someone who doesn't know about the infertility and the failures and everything. With him, I can pretend to be someone else. I stood up, walked to the door. I'm going to my mother's house. I need time to think. You faked a pregnancy. You were planning to fake a miscarriage. You've been emotionally involved with another man. What exactly am I supposed to do with that? I made a mistake. I was desperate. I just wanted us to be happy again. This isn't how you make people happy, Rachel. This is how you destroy them. I left. Spent the night at my mother's, explaining everything. She held me while I cried. 42 years old, crying like a child because my wife had faked a pregnancy. The next morning, my phone had 37 missed calls from Rachel. 23 text messages, voicemails begging me to come home, to let her explain more, to give her another chance. I called a lawyer instead. Filed for divorce that week. Rachel tried to contest it, said we could get counseling. Work through this. But how do you work through someone faking pregnancy? How do you trust someone who was planning to fake a miscarriage just to manipulate your emotions? The divorce took 4 months. Quick. By divorce standards. No kids.
No major assets to split, just the dissolution of a marriage that had died somewhere between the third failed IVF round and a fake pregnancy test bought online. Rachel's family was horrified when they found out the truth. Her mother called to apologize, said she'd raised Rachel better than this.
Her sister stopped speaking to her.
As for Jason, the gym guy, he apparently wanted nothing to do with Rachel once he found out she was married and had been lying about pregnancy. Funny how that works. I still teach high school math. Still grade papers at my kitchen table. But now I live alone in a smaller apartment. No spare room waiting to become a nursery. No baby books or pregnancy apps. Just the truth, the painful, disappointing truth, that my marriage had been dying for years, and I'd been too hopeful, too desperate for things to work out, to see it. Sometimes students ask me why I never had kids. I tell them it just didn't work out. They don't need to know about the years of treatments, the failed IVF rounds, the fake pregnancy that ended everything. They just need to know that sometimes life doesn't go the way you planned. And that's okay. You survive it. You move forward. I'm 43 now, single, no kids, a different future than the one I'd imagined at 25 when I married my college sweetheart and dreamed of a house full of children.
But it's an honest future. No lies.
No fake pregnancy tests. No emotional manipulation disguised as hope.
Rachel tried to contact me a year after the divorce,
said she'd been in therapy, understood why she'd done what she did, wanted to apologize properly. I didn't respond.
Some betrayals are too calculated to forgive.
Faking pregnancy isn't a momentary lapse in judgment. It's a planned deception that requires maintaining a lie day after day, appointment after appointment, conversation after conversation. That takes a special kind of cruelty or desperation. I'm not sure which is worse. What I do know is that I deserve better, deserve honesty, deserve someone who doesn't buy fake pregnancy tests online and plan fake miscarriages to manipulate my emotions. I may never have the family I dreamed of, but I have my dignity, my truth, my life unencumbered by lies. And sometimes that has to be enough.
The hardest part isn't the absence of children, though that still hurts. It's the betrayal of hope. Rachel knew how much I wanted to be a father. Knew how every failed IVF round had destroyed me a little more. And she used that pain as a weapon. Used my deepest desire as a tool for manipulation. That's what I can't forgive. That's what keeps me up some nights, even now. Not that she lied, but that she lied about the one thing she knew would hurt me most if it turned out to be false. I date occasionally. Women my age, mostly divorced, many with kids from previous marriages. They ask why my marriage ended. I tell them we had different priorities. It's easier than explaining about fake pregnancy tests and online affairs and manipulation disguised as hope. Maybe someday I'll meet someone who wants honesty as much as I do. Someone who understands that truth, even painful truth, is better than comfortable lies. Until then, I teach math to teenagers. Grade papers. Live alone. Live honestly. It's not the life I planned, but it's mine. And that's worth something. The fake pregnancy test is probably still in a landfill somewhere. Physical evidence of a lie that destroyed a marriage. I wonder if Rachel thinks about it. About how a $20 online purchase led to losing everything. I hope she does. I hope she learned something. And I learned that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. From hope that's really manipulation. From love that's really dysfunction. From a marriage that died long before anyone admitted it. Filed for divorce. Started over at 42. Best decision I ever made,
Even if it was also the most painful.